As part of its efforts to assist SME growth in the Emirates, Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry launched its guidelines for enhancing SME finance during a seminar held at its head office on November the 4th. The seminar, held in cooperation with the Ministry of Economy, sought to highlight efforts aimed at reducing the gap between supply and demand of SME finance. It also provided SMEs with a unique opportunity to learn what essentials are required when applying for financing, how to maximise the effectiveness of an application, and also the opportunity to speak with a number of leading banks who each had a stand to facilitate on-the-spot meetings. His Excellency Mohammed Al-Shahi, Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Economy, delivered the keynote speech about the importance of adequate financing for SMEs, and was followed by Mr. Mohammed Abdul Razak, Head of Business Banking Dubai for HSBC Bank.
The chambers and the banks are here today basically to stress on the importance of SMEs to the United Arab Emirates economy. We can't undermine they constitute of 90% of total businesses. Not only that, but they employ more than 60% of the total workforce. So we're here, we understand that there is a funding gap between the banks and the SMEs, of course, and the Dubai Chamber totally acknowledges that and is providing the perfect platform for banks and SMEs to have very efficient and effective conversations to bridge that gap. So this forum was all about having an effective conversation with your bankers, guidelines to follow in order to obtain banking facilities. The banks are proactive and they want to listen. They want to know how they could actually bridge this gap which currently exists between the SMEs and the financial institutions. SMEs too could do a lot to take this a long way. At the same time, we have presented today documentation guidelines when they approach banks. What are the different sets of documentation they would require to actually prepare in advance to have an efficient and effective conversation with the bank and obtain facilities. So having that, being successful themselves, knowing their business inside out, investing in a good finance manager, investing in a good website, which we lack in the market. I mean, these are all different initiatives that SMEs themselves could conduct to make themselves more valuable to the bank. They could make themselves more attractive to the bank by conducting these different processes.
Mr. Douglas Stoneham, Head of SME for UAE and Middle East of Standard Chartered Bank, also gave a presentation which included tips on how to ensure a successful interview with a financier.
The dialogue